Greetings and welcome to the Wealth for Real YouTube channel. I'm your host, Christopher Anastasio. It is Thursday, December 28th, 2023. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the price of gold and gold as an investment, some of the things I'm doing with it, that sort of thing. And what you see here on the screen, guys, is on the APMEX.com website, the spot gold price chart, specifically looking at the last 24 hours. And just very quickly, guys, I just kind of wanted to pop in and update you guys on the situation with respect to gold and what I'm doing personally with gold and stuff like that. For backdrop, I bought 5 ounces of gold in very late September, probably the last full week. So I think it was like the 28th, 29th, somewhere around there. My transaction settled, and I got a price of, I think it was in the high 1900s or something like that. Is where it settled out. Now, that was marked up and everything on the exchange, so it wasn't the spot price, but the price I paid was somewhere between 1950 and 2000. Spot price, I think, was in the like 1850 to 1900 range, somewhere around there. So, had lingered on that trade for a while, had wondered about it. I think I started thinking about it in the spring, summer timeframe, finally pulled the trigger right before October. And then since then, gold has acted, relatively aggressive over that now 3-month period. If you take a look at the 3-month chart on gold, it's up 6.5% since then. Spot price is over $126. So yeah, it looks like, let's go to September 28th. So spot was 1874 on, let's say that was the day that my transaction settled. 1874, now 2080. Spot price here on December 28th. So we're talking literally 3 months ago, kind of lines up perfectly. And, so over the last 24 hours, I had a little bit of a dip here under, 1%. Last 3 days, we're up about 0.5%. In the last week, it's up about 1%. Generally speaking, guys, none of these numbers matter to me. Even the fact that the timing here was fairly good for me. I mean, literally picked up a 6.5% or so, give or take, bump since I made the purchase. It feels good that it went up and not down. But for me, this whole thing comes down to a 30-year look. Okay, and I say 30 years. It's not as literal as it sounds. In some ways, maybe it is. That's probably the remaining lifespan that I have. Quite frankly, you guys, I'm 48 years old. So, typical male croaks around 78, 79. So yes, in a sense, the 30 years is literal. But I more so mean it as I personally don't plan to ever sell this gold that I bought, the 5 ounces. If I happen to add to it, I would have loved to have added to it by now before this little breakout. So who knows what's going to happen with that. But the plan, and plans change, but the plan is to hold this gold forever, my lifetime. And as it is held in our living trust, it passes on to my son, and he has it and does whatever he wants to do with it. I truly believe, I am truly in the Mike Maloney, goldsilver.com camp, that gold prices today will make people blush in 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years when they are in the 5-digit range, 20K, 40K, 60K, who knows, 100K. Eventually, as the dollar is completely debased, as other fiat currencies collapse, and people do as they've always done over the thousands of years, and they come back around and say, well, what's worth something? This paper's worth nothing. What's worth something? And they decide that it's gold. That's what I bought the gold for. And again, it's not something I'm going to see any direct individual benefit from. It's planting a seed today so the tree grows tomorrow, kind of paraphrasing a Buffett quote. Okay, so I just want to check in with you guys on this, kind of let you know where I stand with it. I talked about it back in the October time, when the move was initially being made. You can kind of see it right here, guys. I mean, it looks like it bottomed out at 1831 on October 5th. And of course, we know the 7th was the Hamas attack on Israel. And you see kind of a big jump up here to 2009, dropped to about 1946 there, almost hit 2100 on 1 December, went as low as 1991. And now we're back again, flirting with the 2100 mark. So, hey, it's just my opinion, guys. I mean, a lot of people would trash gold and say it's worthless. In actuality, I know Mark Cuban has some funny comments actually about gold. If you guys ever want to look that up, he's a real big Bitcoin guy. But I just wanted to, as I close the year out, get on on record again about this and what I'm doing with it and what I've seen over the last 3 months. Like I said, I wish I bought more, but I don't wish I bought a ton more. I don't want gold to be some massive percentage of my portfolio. I want it to be a healthy minority percentage of the portfolio. Right now, I think it's like 1 or 2%, something like that. I would love for it to be more in like the 5 to 10% range. But again, there's a bit of a breakout happening here. So the question is, buy into it and ride to 40K, or wait for a little bit of a pullback and do it. Ultimately, consistent with my philosophy, it shouldn't matter. And so ultimately, I think that's where I'm going to make the decision, is just when the funds are there, whatever the price is, if it's 2,100, 2,300, 2,500, or 1,900, buy some more and just lock in for that multi-decade ride. So anyway, interested in what you guys think about gold, Bitcoin, precious metals, inflation hedges, things like that. But this is kind of where I'm dialed in when it comes to the gold situation. So hope everybody's having a great end of year holiday season. Hope everybody has a great start to the new year, and we'll be back with you guys again soon. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching the video. Please like it, share it, comment on it, and hit the subscribe button when it's done. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great night.